with what I saw with the Black Stars team, because clearly there's still a lot to be done. Question marks still being raised with the Black Stars team, with the Black Stars coach, and how our players play on the field of play for the Black Stars team. There's still something lacking. Selection of players by the coach. He has questions to answer on that. He needs to improve on the selection of certain players to play in the regular or the starting 11. Some of these names we rely on. They play and don't play with any passion for the Black Stars team. It's about time we drop some of them onto the bench and allow those who clearly have got the hunger, have got the passion, and have got the drive to want to play and play well for Ghana to get a chance to play for Ghana. I mean, it's as simple as that. And you saw it in the second half when certain players came on. You saw the switch in how suddenly the Black Stars were the ones dictating the pace of the game and were creating chances. The national team should not be a bona fide property of some people. It is not for anybody. It's for Ghana. It's for Ghana and for Ghanaians. So everyone who is called up, once they show commitment and passion at training, play those boys. Play those boys. And not be relying on some of these names who come and don't show anything special for the Black Stars team. They only are there with their names. When they are put in the lineup, they don't play with passion. They play lethargic football, and it does not benefit any of us. But for this late winner from Inaki Williams, you and I would have been here talking about a Black Stars team kicking off our World Cup qualifiers at home and drawing against lowly placed Madagascar. Just like happened to Nigeria yesterday. You see, if you don't rely on players who have got the passion, the drive, and the form to play and play well, and you want to rely on names, players who play in big clubs, but when they come to play for Ghana, they don't give their all, it will not go well for our Black Stars team. It's as simple as that. So let's not be relying on names, mere names, but rely on players who will play and give their all whilst playing for the Black Stars. That's the way to go. Chris Hughton. You saw how the likes of Majid Ashimeru, when he came on, brought some change in our play and some drive in our team. You saw how Enes Nyama, when he came on, young Enes Nyama, young Majid Ashimeru, when these two boys came on, together with the right back, Odoy, they came with drive, passion. And it was the reason why we saw our Black Stars in the second half playing and dominating and playing well. It is how we must get things done in this country. Stop relying on names. These names, I don't want to mention the names, but you and I watched the game and we watched the first half and how poor it was for the Black Stars team. Let's not be relying on some of these names. Let's go beyond the names. There are players who are young, who are hungry, who have got a passion. And when they are given the chance, will play and play well with the drive and passion we need for national football. But when we rely on the names, they will come and be pulling their legs and be turning 360. Nothing will come out of it because, after all, what? And lowly placed Madagascar nearly gave us issues. In fact, they played and created chances, hit the uprights. You and I watched it. It was a difficult game for Ghana. Why must we struggle against Madagascar in Kumasi? We know our team for some time has not been awesome or the best. But why must Ghana struggle against Madagascar to win 1-0 in a World Cup qualifier? We should not be struggling against a team like that. And they were playing better. We're dominating the first half, creating all the chances, when our team was clearly struggling. This is our very first game in the qualifiers, and we were struggling. Meanwhile, on the bench, you had young players who have been exciting over the period in Europe and are playing very well. It's their time. It is their time. Coach Chris Hughton, be bold. Be bold. Yes, we need experience. It's very important in football. So we need that in our game. We must blend the two. Very important. But when you realize some players are not pulling their weight when given the chance in the first 11, pull them out early enough and allow those who will come in and give off some passion and drive and add up to the team and play for the team and not play for themselves. You saw it when Enes Nyama came on, Majid Ashimeru came on, You saw the change. Even Usman Bukhari, you saw the change. In half, suddenly, the Stars were dominating and were the ones creating chances. Even though we made several chances, but eventually we got a goal through Inaki Williams. So, Chris Hughton, we have won this first game. Good enough for the Black Stars. But the job starts now. Me, I'm not happy with you. I am not. I have not been impressed. And you are still impressing me with how you get things done with the Black Stars team. Even though we've won our first game, it's been like this under you in all the qualifying matches. We struggled throughout the 90 minutes, but late in the game, we find a way to get a goal or two and win. Angola in Kumasi qualifies for AFCON. Angola in Kumasi, same story. CAR, Kumasi, same story. It is not good enough. This is the Black Stars. We may not be up there still, but we've got quality players, and if selection is done right by the coach, our Black Stars can play well and play better and win matches, especially if you're playing at home, and not struggle and be made to look as though you are the team playing away from home. In the first half, it was as though Ghana was playing away from home and Madagascar were the home side, because they were more composed and they were playing much better. They knew what they were doing with the ball. Whilst our Black Stars in the first half was all over the place. Formation, you couldn't tell. System, you couldn't tell. We were just all over the place, relying on just a few players like Kudus Mohammed with a drive to try and create a chance or two for us in the game. And it wasn't happening for Kudus. So then we were struggling because all the others were not pulling their weight. Jordan will not pull his weight. He turn around, 360 all the time. Ampahu all the time. So Chris Hughton, even though we have won, if I was a GFA boss, I would have called for your sack. Because you see, with this, nothing is guaranteed that clearly we can improve and do better in the qualifiers, especially away from home. Because the same old story you are giving us, we saw this in Angola, we saw this against Sierra, same story against Madagascar. No improvement. If I was the GFA coach, FA president, I'll be asking for your sack. But I'm not, so you're going to be there. If you be there, you must improve. Must be tough. Be bold. If player A is big and must be on the bench, put him on the bench. And let your youngsters go and play. Let the young boys go and play because they come and they give off a lot more than the old boys. And then Snyama, Usman Bukhari, Majid, you saw it. They came on and gave off wonderful showing, and that's the reason why we have won. Even though we struggled and half and puffed, but we have won eventually through the efforts of some of these young boys and what they came to do in the second half. And kudos to Inaki Williams, and of course the crowd came from Gideon Mensah. We must improve. This is not good enough. We may have won, but it's not good enough. It was a struggle again to win under Chris Hughton. Selection, I keep on saying, selection and coaching is key in football. If you narrate the importance of coaching in football, then you do not really know what coaching in football is about. It's everything football, coaching. It entails a lot. And so if you don't have the right man in charge, you will struggle all the time. Me, I've said my point. I've made my point known on the coach. Me, I'm not impressed with the coach. If I had my way, he wouldn't be the Black Stars coach because I think he's not good enough for the Black Stars team. It's for me as simple as that. His orientation and how he wants his team to play is not one that will suit our Black Stars team. The current players we have in the Black Stars team, his orientation of football will not suit our team. It won't suit our team at all. You have these exciting young boys and they're on the bench. If you're playing at home, in a game you must win and make a statement. You're playing at home. You have these exciting young boys in attacking areas. You bench them and you play players who will not give off their all and feel big and are doing 3 on the field of play when you need to go attacking. That's my piece. I've shared my take or my thoughts on what I saw with the Black Stars team and why I feel we need to improve. Because even though we've won our first game, I believe it's been a struggle. We have so many games to go. We have games against Comoros, against CAR, against Chad, against Mali, who are in our group. Comoros have won their first game. They played at home. They've won their first game. They beat CAR at home in their first game. So they're also on 3 points. Ghana is now on 3 points. Mali will play later on. They play against Chad, and I'm sure it will be a whitewash for Mali. You wait. Later on, even you know the scoreline. Mali will beat Chad, and they'll beat them well. So the tone is set in our group. We cannot afford to drop points. We're dropping points anyhow. The group is such that it can turn out to be a two-horse race in a group. So you do not want to let your other side or that other opponent go and take a commanding lead. You must stay with them closely. I'm talking about Mali, who are clearly our own main opponents in our group. We must get things right with the Black Stars team. For me, it's important. It is very, very key that we get it right with our Black Stars in these qualifiers. We cannot afford to miss out on the World Cup. We must qualify for that World Cup. And the only way we do that is to ensure that our team is playing well and playing better and winning comfortably for Ghana, especially when you're playing at home. That is, for me, the way to go. So, Chris Hughton, there's my word. There's my thoughts on the game. Let me activate the phone lines.